René Descartes, the famous French philosopher, mathematician, and scientist, had a number of struggles early in his career. One of his first struggles was his dissatisfaction with the state of knowledge in his time. He found that many of the prevailing beliefs in philosophy, science, and religion were based on tradition and authority, rather than reason and evidence. He wanted to start from a foundation of certain knowledge and build up from there. To this end, Descartes began a project of doubt. He sought to question and challenge all of his beliefs in order to arrive at a set of foundational truths that he could be certain of. This project led him to question even the most basic assumptions about the world, such as the reliability of his senses and the existence of an external world. This doubt was not just a philosophical exercise for Descartes, but a deeply personal struggle. He felt a sense of uncertainty and even despair as he grappled with the possibility that all of his beliefs might be false. However, Descartes eventually emerged from this struggle with a new system of philosophy and a set of foundational truths that he believed were beyond doubt. These included the famous statement, "Cogito, ergo sum," or "I think, therefore I am," which he saw as a starting point for all further knowledge. Overall, Descartes' struggles in his early career were essential to his development as a philosopher and thinker. By questioning and doubting, he was able to arrive at a new way of understanding the world and our place in it. In addition to his struggles with doubt, Descartes faced challenges in his personal life and in his relationships with the intellectual community of his time. One of his major personal struggles was with his health. Descartes suffered from respiratory problems, which made it difficult for him to work for extended periods of time. This forced him to take breaks from his writing and research, and to spend time in warmer climates to alleviate his symptoms. Descartes also faced challenges in his relationships with other intellectuals. His ideas were often controversial and challenged the prevailing views of the time, which made him a target of criticism and ridicule. He also faced opposition from religious authorities, who saw his philosophy as a threat to traditional beliefs. Despite these challenges, Descartes continued to develop his ideas and publish his work. His writings, including Meditations on First Philosophy and Discourse on the Method, have had a profound impact on philosophy, mathematics, and science, and continue to be studied and debated to this day. Another significant struggle that Descartes faced was the challenge of expressing his ideas in a way that would be accessible to a broader audience. He recognized that his work could be difficult for many people to understand, given its abstract and technical nature. As a result, he made a conscious effort to write in a clear and straightforward style, using everyday language whenever possible. Descartes also struggled with the practical applications of his ideas. He was deeply interested in using his philosophical and scientific work to improve the human condition, but he found it challenging to translate his theoretical insights into practical solutions. Nevertheless, his work did lay the groundwork for many later scientific and technological developments, and his method of systematic doubt continues to be an important tool in scientific inquiry. Overall, Descartes' struggles were an essential part of his intellectual development and contributed to the lasting impact of his ideas. By confronting doubt, persevering through personal and intellectual challenges, and striving to make his work accessible and practical, he developed a philosophy and approach to science that continue to shape our understanding of the world today. Another significant struggle that Descartes faced was his fear of persecution by the Church. During his time, the Church had a significant influence on intellectual and scientific pursuits, and many of his ideas went against traditional religious beliefs. As a result, Descartes was often cautious in expressing his views and took pains to avoid offending religious authorities. This fear of persecution was evident in the way that Descartes published his work. He often used pseudonyms and published his books anonymously in order to avoid drawing attention to himself and his controversial ideas. He also went to great lengths to make sure that his work was not seen as a direct challenge to religious beliefs, emphasizing that his philosophy was concerned only with the material world and did not extend to matters of faith.